Check, check. Robbie, Chris needs a mic.
Check, check.
We all,
Good morning, all. As you may or may not remember, the last Sundays of the month, we bring in a little augmentation and play one or two other songs. So we're going to give a little Stevie Winwood before we get started with service here. And we are lucky to have Roshana with us playing flute and singing. We're very happy about that.
yes,
And
you're in for a treat.
there we go. When life is too rough, roll with that. everyone. Hope you're all doing well this morning. Hope you enjoyed our little Stevie Winwood song there. And we are happy to have the band all together. Happy to see you all here. And it's about time to get things started here. So if you could say thank you one time, that'd be good. We're going to say thank you. Say it again. And thank you. If you can, please stand up. And we're going to say thank you one more time. 2, 3, and thank you. 2, 3, 4. Thank you. 2, 3. One more time. Thank you. Here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. For this beautiful day. This beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This wonderful day. This wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing day. This healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful day. This joyful day. Say thank you. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah! Woo! All right. Yeah, you may be seated. Was that fabulous or what? It must be Supernova Sunday. We got Bright Matter plus Leslie Lynn and Roshana on flute. We're going to hear more of that. We are blessed today, and you are lucky that you are here today, that you decided to come and be part of this. We're all lucky. We're all on the purpose and task of opening our hearts and opening our minds and playing in this beautiful energy together. I am Reverend Victoria Loveland Cohen, and to my left is the wonderful Pat Webster, who will be giving us the message today. We want to say hello to those of you joining us online on Facebook, YouTube. Hello. We're glad to see you, glad you found us. If you wanted to say hello in the chat, we feel like we're connected. So, before we light the candle, I just wanted us to kind of hold a couple of things in our hearts. First of all, yesterday we had this beautiful event here, 2 beautiful events. One in the medicine wheel that Gaines facilitated, and the Kirtan Festival last night. How many people showed up for that? Yeah, that I saw the videos this morning. It looked so magical and so beautiful. And I know you guys were just really playing in that beautiful energy. And I was playing with my classmates. It was a reunion for my seminary, otherwise I would have been here. But I was playing in this beautiful energy. So we have this beautiful, playful, joyous thing that was happening yesterday. And then we have this other thing that happened in our western part of our state. How many people have friends and family up in the mountains? Yeah, I do too. And so, and we know it's devastated, right? So we have these 2 things going on, these opposite extremes of this joy, this gladness, this gratitude, and this devastation. We're holding this. We're asked to open our heart and hold these 2 things in our heart and maybe call forth light and love and everything those people need to recover from that being made available. So if you would hold that for me while we light the divine light candle and just spend a moment embracing all of those people there. And I invite you to say our opening invocation together, which is right up here. Take a deep breath. Together. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. So that's an invitation. That's an invitation to invite that omnipotent good, that universal love, to be present in our lives and in the lives of our loved ones. An invitation. Thank you, Spirit. So it is.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I'd fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
And we have an opportunity to fall more deeply into those arms of love in this moment. If you want to put to the side anything that might be in your lap and just be open and available, sit back. Begin to take some slow, deep, conscious breaths. We're just going to practice a little mindfulness today. So as we go into this meditative place, if any thoughts come into our mind, I invite you to just breathe in and breathe out. And another thought comes into our mind. Breathing in, breathing out. We feel a sensation in our body. Breathing in, breathing out. We hear something distracting. Breathing in, breathing out. And as we practice in this way, eventually the space between those things opens up. And there is a gap created. And in this gap is pure awareness. Pure awareness. So let's do that together in the silence together. And from this place of pure awareness, we can feel the peace that is all around us and within us. We can open to the love that is within us and all around us. And we can open to that infinite good that is present and available. And from this place, I invite you to think about people who you have in your heart, on your mind, and go ahead and just speak their names gently out loud into this healing space.
Frank Gonzalez.
Thank you. And included in this space, we also are sending love and light to all of the people who have requested prayer in this prayer box, knowing with this connected consciousness, we've created a healing energy. And in this healing energy, we know that whatever needs these people have are being met now. The answer, the way, is being shown. Whatever's needed is being available. The healing is happening. The love is abundant. The prosperity is flowing. So it is. I invite you to take a deep breath, begin to bring your awareness back into your body. When you're ready, open your eyes, stretch a little bit. Let's bring ourselves into the here and now, into this room. And take a moment to look around this room and see the faces of the divine that are so present right here. Just take a moment and connect. Yeah. All right, so I invite you to say together our vision and mission statement from this place of peace, this place of joy and love in our hearts. Together, our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission, we center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And so it is.
All right. We're going to feature the lovely and talented Leslie Land singing for you here on a hymn. If you know the words to it, feel free to join in with us. We did alter a couple of the lyrics to make them a little more suitable for our purposes.
Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Was blind, but now I see. 'Twas grace that taught my heart light shining as the sun. We have the grace to sing God's praise, never-ending, just begun. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound that saved a soul like me. I once was lost, but now am found. Was blind, but now I see. Thank you.
Amazing grace. Amazing grace. That's how I have felt since the day I walked into this community. My mic needs a little amazing grace. This is going to help me. Amazing grace. That journey that began here has included a call to ministry. And I knew from the beginning that my calling was not to be a church minister. I didn't know what it was, and the knowing came in late in 2022. I was to minister in the field of social justice. To my delight and surprise, the very next term at my seminary, Unity Urban Ministerial School, or UUMS, had a course in unitive leadership. That was affirming. I ate it up. The teacher there, a unity minister, is also a friend of a woman named Sylvia Clute. Sylvia founded the Alliance for Unitive Justice. And my seminary teacher, Reverend Valerie Gunch, encouraged me to attend the first international conference for the Alliance for Unitive Justice in October of last year. I did, and I came back on fire. In the meantime, I had asked the CEO of my seminary, Reverend Sandra Campbell, if she was okay with this alternative ministry. She responded with a very excited letter that began with, "Pat, this gives me God bumps." The real approval had to come from Unity's ministerial and administrative organization, who gives us 3 interviews a year to make sure that they're not releasing any cray-crays out there into ministerial land. They have to approve us and our internship in ministry. So I had to get approval from them. 3 years ago, Unity Worldwide Ministry started an office in alternative and evolving new emerging ministries. And Reverend Glenda Walden is head of that office. So I called her. She not only approved, she was so excited, she immediately wanted to be my mentor. I was now over the moon. I want to do something in social justice. My North Star Bible verse is, "What does God require of you? But to do justice, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." The verse doesn't say meditate on justice. It doesn't say pray for justice. It says to do justice. Since taking that seminary course in unitive leadership and then attending the Alliance for Unitive Justice, or AUJ, I'll refer to it now, I have been blessed to be a bridge between Unity and AUJ. I find the beliefs in Unity and the theory in AUJ fit like hand in glove, and they're great ministry partners. And I'm going to talk about some of Unity's beliefs that are important to this, and some of AUJ's theories, and kind of talk about how they marry. I'm going to start with two important pieces of unity theology. For those of you who may be new to unity, I'm going to talk about two big relevant parts. This is a good review for those of us who know it. The first part is our 5 principles. The first principle is there is only one God, and that God is all good, none of the punitive God that some of us grew up with, all good and all powerful. And it can be called by many names. It can be called God, Mother, Father God, Great Spirit, Allah, the Way, the universe, the cosmic field, or refrigerator, whatever we want to call it. Whatever works. That God is an abundant and powerful source of all that we need. Our second principle is that we are made in the image of God, and therefore every one of us has the divine in us. We are all embedded with God. And so our very essence is good. Different than evangelical religions, we do not believe that God came down from this faraway place up there in the sky somewhere to save us from our sins. Rather, we believe that Jesus, and for that matter, lots of our spiritual teachers came as way showers to show us how to navigate a human life with all of its challenges and joys that Victoria talked about this morning in connection and union with that inner divine, like we all have. Back to Jesus, before he ascended, he said some version of, I came to show you the way. And in John 14:12, he says, the works that I do, you will do also, and greater works than these will you do. What this also means that everyone else on the planet is also made in the image of God. All good. They are at their core divine. Now, when some people don't act that way or behave in different ways, it's just because they haven't evolved into that deep connection. So we don't discriminate. We're inclusive of all spiritual traditions and all people. Our third principle is that the quality of our thoughts determine the quality of our lives. Well, that's kind of a no-brainer. Try telling yourself you're stupid or guilty or you deserve to be ashamed forever and see how that feels. Or tell yourself that you're a good person, worthy of love. Even if you make a boo-boo, we're a good person. See how that feels inside. The fourth principle is that we contact that divine in us through silence, meditation, and prayer. And the fifth principle is, having gotten that guidance, we go out in the world and do what we're supposed to do. We manifest that divine in our own unique, God-given way. Another important element in unity theology, that in having the divine as part of us, we also have the same 12 powers of God. Where do we get 12 powers? Well, unity sees the Bible not only as a historical document and one that contains wisdom. The co-founder of Unity, Charles Fillmore, also began reading and interpreting the Bible metaphysically, which turned it more into a real mystical document. And the 12 disciples that Jesus called to him are symbolic of the 12 powers of the divine that Jesus discovered in himself as he discovered and grew into his divine consciousness. He didn't come in and be born as a little baby and say, hey, I'm God. He had to discover these parts of himself. So here are the 12 powers: love, imagination or creativity, power, judgment or good discernment, understanding, zeal or passion and enthusiasm, elimination, letting go of things that don't serve us, faith, life and vitality and wholeness, divine order, wisdom and strength. That's a pretty cool package, isn't it? Isn't that great? So those are the two important points of unity. I now want to talk about the Alliance for Unitive Justice. It was started by Sylvia Clute some years ago. She lives and had practiced law in Richmond, Virginia for 30 years. One day, she said to herself, "This punitive justice system does not work." Well, it's about time someone realized that. Our punitive justice system, with its theory of an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, was developed with the law of Hammurabi, which was created in 1790 BC. Our rising crime rates, our overcrowded prisons, with a majority of prisoners being people of color, just demonstrate that this law and the system doesn't work, nor is it just. The US population is 5% of the world's population, and we incarcerate 25% of our citizens. 1 of every 15 African American men will spend all or part of their life in jail or prison. 1 in 36 of Hispanics. Sylvia turned her back. When she got this, she stopped practicing law, and she started to ask herself, well, what do we need? What will work? Where do we want to go? Because nature abhors a vacuum. If you release something, you got to fill something in, which is like our affirmative prayer. She reflected and researched and labored for several years, and she came up with a theory of 14 arcs. They're like bridges from where we are to where we want to go. I'm going to talk about a few of them with you, not all the 14, but some of the ones that are particularly relative to unity. And there's a handout with all 14 of the arcs and 3 other handouts in the back on the shelf if you're interested. Here's one of the arcs: from deception to honesty, from judgmentalness to compassion. This has worked on me so much. When I get angry or frustrated with something, with someone or a situation or someone, I try to think back to, well, what's the wound there? And it lets me open up my heart. Or, yes, judgmentalness. Yes, everybody who steals is wrong, wrong, wrong. What about if it's a mother stealing bread for her starving children? Another arc, from self-doubt to courage. So in unity, we release self-doubt and we take on whichever of those 12 powers that we need to give us courage in the world. From hierarchy and top-down to equality and inclusion. This is like unity's second principle. We're all divine. We're all equally divine. From compliance to mutually beneficial action to wholeness. That's like our 12th power of wholeness. Wholeness in body, mind, spirit, finances, relationally, wholeness. Another one of the arcs is from opposition and confrontation to synergy. That means to use that passion that we sometimes have to argue and confront and be oppositional, to use that action to work out something that's synergistically a win-win situation. There's another handout in the back that's based on this arc, and it's called How to Stop an Argument in Its Tracks. I give it out to a lot of couples, and I use it myself. And another arc is from fear to love. Love, another one of our 12 powers. Sylvia Clute, also created tools for bringing these desired outcomes about in 2 kinds of circle processes. These groups, when used and researched in a Richmond high school for 2 years, reduced the school to prison pipeline by 34%. They have also decreased recidivism in prisons by the same amount. So much so that practiced in prisons, the 2 lifetime inmates who figured out something about how to do this were released and asked to come and work for the police. Yeah, and won a national award for decreased recidivism. When used in a primary and middle school in Uganda, they have changed a culture in the following way. In their culture, at the schools, on the first day of school, a dump truck would arrive and dump a load of canes for caning the children. in the school, holdover from British colonialism. And in and the older kids one of the rules was you don't speak Ugandan, you only speak English. On the first day, they have older children be tattletales. On the first day, a woman named Sarah Davis, who learned to lead these groups in association with Sylvia, went down there for 6 months at their invitation, and 3 children were about to go to the principal's office and get caned for speaking Ugandan. And Sarah quickly called a circle and asked, and I'm just going to tell you what one of the boys said, "Why did you speak Ugandan?" And he said, "Well, there was a new kid in school, and I didn't know if he spoke English, and I wanted to make sure that he was welcome." So there we go from rules and punishment to values, to looking at the situation. And she then held a big group, another one of these circles, where the students and teachers identified the values that they wanted to use to learn. The children said, "Oh, we want to move, and we want to dance, and we want to do art, and yes, we want to be kind with each other." And there's a list of global values. That's the third handout that's back there. Global good values of the whole human race. And so those values are ones that Sylvia researched and found as part of her work. So then what happens is the parents, after about 3 months, the parents start coming to school and they ask the teachers, "What are you doing? Our children want to do their chores when they come home, and they want to do their homework, and we don't have to cane them at home anymore. What are you doing?" So the students begin to teach the parents reflective listening. Change a culture. I've been engaged in the last 7 months in a 2.5-hour weekly Zoom meeting, learning to lead these kinds of groups. And we work with our own conflicts, and we get triggered, and we work through it. And it's been good, hard work. I have really come to deeply understand that underneath most conflicts lies an old wound. How does the Alliance for Unitive Justice define justice? They define it as bending the arc of justice towards love. Guess how Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore defines justice? He says, "When judgment is divorced from love, there goes forth the human cry for justice. When justice and love meet at the heart center, there is balance, poise, and righteousness." You can say those two things much better, could you? AUJ defines conflict as an opportunity for growth. And when someone does an act that is or is experienced as harmful or hurtful, guess what they're called? They're not called the perpetrator. They're not called the criminal. They are called the wounded one, or the author of an event, not a crime, an event. Neutral language, which is inclusive and holding everyone in love. Sylvia points out that one terrible thing about the punitive justice system is our perspective of duality, good, bad, them, us, criminals, innocence. And Unity has its own version of that. Charles Fillmore says that the original Garden of Eden did not happen in the material plane, that Adam and Eve and the collective human race were at one, they had a great relationship with God and with one another. And what happened? They ate of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. After the fall, that loving at one with the divine consciousness fell into a denser consciousness. What is that forbidden tree? The tree of good, knowledge of good and evil. What does that mean? It means to see the world, again, from that perspective of duality conscious, good, bad, evil, good. They're evil, we're good. Our world is certainly polarized that way right now, yes? Whew. Did you know that the major spiritual traditions all have some version of the Golden Rule? That's the third handout I have back there for you. And the global values shared by all humans. And I'm just going to mention a few. I think there's about 40 on that handout that Sylvia gathered from all cultures. But they're things like integrity, radical tenderness, loving kindness, harmony, community, fairness, and more. So I've talked about unity and the AUJ and how they're so hand in glove. Now I want to talk about what's happening with me. This year, I began integrating unity theology with AUJ and learning to lead these circles. And this summer, back in July, at some point, I got a little depressed, a little down. And I was going, what's going on? You're usually a pretty happy kid. And I realized that the time for my social justice internship and ministry, like this is my 4th year in seminary, I'll be ordained in June, and this 4th year I've completed all my classwork, and now I've got to launch my ministry. It's an internship because it's under supervision and mentorship. So, hold on. Okay. And I want to inspire as many people to do social justice as possible. And so when I was feeling down, I went inside and I released, I kept having these thoughts like, how are you going to do this? This is too big. Who do you think you are? And I felt very alone. And the first step in a ministry is to establish a launch team. Well, how's I going to do that? My classmates, I've had a lot of school activity. My classmates are off busy launching their internships. And so I did a lot of releasing of those negative thoughts and praying and meditating. And one day, out of prayer and meditation, came words inside that said, look at home. And I knew that meant to look here at UCP. Now, if I were going to be a church minister, I'd have to go to another church for this 9 months of internship, because UWM does not allow your own church minister to be your mentor. But since Linda Walden, head of this office at UWM, is my mentor, I asked her and Reverend Campbell if it would be okay to do my internship here. And they both excitedly said, sure. And Reverend Campbell invited me instantly to broadcast over the UUMS radio station, which has a very wide following. So then I made an appointment with our Reverend Victoria. She was supportive and excited and we saw it together as another UCP ministry, and that we can broadcast. So I'll tell you what the vision is in a minute. What I want to do, my vision, is to have a YouTube channel and a web page and broadcast starting with only once a month. I can overdo myself with my zeal. So I need some of that discernment. Starting once a month with services that will be broadcast and will be on our UCP broadcasts, and that will be broadcast through UUMS and wherever UWM will be broadcasting and wherever else we can market this. And we thought, well, it might interest others in the community who are interested in social justice. And it won't just be a UCP ministry. It will be Unity Church's first worldwide ministry in social justice. So here's my vision. I want this YouTube channel station and a web page and these broadcasts. And I also am taking the first of 3 courses in my seminary in prison ministry. And I will be taking these groups, these unified social justice type, AUJ type groups into prisons for sure. I'll be certified as a prison minister after these 3 courses. And I want to be available to bring these groups anywhere that needs help with conflict resolution. It could be Unity churches or whatever. So that's my vision. So I'm here to invite you, if you're interested, to engage in this. What we have to do is form a launch team and get those services launched sometime early next year. It's a big job, and it's a good job. It's an opportunity to take part in the beginning of this sweet, quiet revolution. You know, some people in our group, in our cohort group who are learning this, said, well, this is good for people like us, but you know, a lot of people, they won't do this. Well, what about those school kids in Virginia? You know, high school kids in a really tough school, their choice when they get in trouble is either to go to the principal's office or ask for a circle. And they may have heard about the circle. They may have said, oh, this kumbaya stuff, that's not for me. But they hear about the circles, and they'll go ask the trained circle leader in the school. Spiritual teacher Jean Houston states, I want to say, Sylvia Clute knows that this will not happen in her lifetime. This will not come to total fruition in my lifetime. But what we're engaged now is, and I'll be doing this too, is teaching people to lead the groups and teaching people to teach the leaders of groups. And spiritual teacher Jean Houston states that those of us who are living in this time are living in one of the most important periods in history of the human race. Does it feel like that to you right now? Sure does to me. And Charles Fillmore said that there will come a time, ever since that fall in consciousness, we've been heading toward a time when our vibrations are coming high enough that we're ready to have more of that Eden consciousness. So in just a minute, we're going to watch and sing to a video song. The lyrics are there. We're good to go with those? Okay. And I have one caveat. It's originally a Catholic song, and it has the word sin in it. And we in Unity don't believe in sin, and there's no way we can take it off the video. So just do whatever you need to do in your head to deal with that word. And while we're singing, if you're inspired to be involved in this ministry, I invite you to come and stand with me. Now, some of you may be sitting there and thinking, well, I want to get involved in this, but I'm not a walk up to the front person. That's fine. If you'll just stay a little bit after the service, we have a sign-up sheet so we can get organized for our first meeting. If you're online, you can email me at mintpat007@gmail.com. So, let's start our video, and I invite you to stand with me. Am I seeable down here on the floor level? Okay, let's stand.
Of sea and sky,
And sing along. Please stand and sing along.
my
My people cry, all dwell in dark and sin.
my hand will stay. I who made the stars of night, I will make their darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have
Is anybody moved to join this launch team? If you will, raise your hand. Oh boy. Oh boy, do you mind coming up here for just a second? Yes. Yes, you do mind. Oh boy, anybody else? Anybody else? Oh boy, come on, come on, come on. Oh boy, Marcy, a newcomer. Karen, yay! Yay, yay, Karen. Anybody else? Or anybody else who wants to sign up after, who doesn't want to come up now? Oh, we get a picture too. Thank you, Arena. Thank you. So you can go back to your seats, but please come up at the end and give me your contact information, and we can get a first meeting going. Thank you. And to all of you, thank you for this community. Amazing grace.
Someday I wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me.
Every day it's so wonderful, and suddenly it's hard to breathe. Now words can't bring me down. 'Cause I am beautiful in every single way, and words can't bring me down. No. So don't you bring me down today. To all your friends, you're delirious, so consumed in all you're doing, trying hard to fill the emptiness. All the pieces gone, left the puzzle undone. Is that the way it is? But you are beautiful no matter what they say. Words can't bring you down. Yeah, you are beautiful no matter what they say. And words can't bring you down. So don't you bring me down today. No matter what we do, and no matter what we say, we're the song inside the tune, full of beautiful mistakes. And everywhere we go, the sun will always shine. And we are on the other side, 'cause we are beautiful no matter what they say. And words can't bring us down. Yeah, we are beautiful in every single way. And words can't bring us down. So don't you bring us down today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't you bring us down today.
Woohoo! Karen, Roshana. You know, Roshana came in to my office when she first became a member, and she said, "You know, I play the flute." And I'm like, "Yeah, I know a lot of people play instruments." I had no idea. Oh my God. Woo! Spectacular. Wow. Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. See, aren't you glad you came today? And I'm feeling a lot of love. Are you feeling love? Oh my God, there's so much love. There is an entire universe of love that we are in the midst of. And you know, when we allow our hearts to open and experience, it begins to flow, right? And we know what keeps that flow going, that flow of love, is to share it with others, right? To share our love, to share it. And that's what we're doing today. And we have a very specific way that we can share that love. That love in material form is our generosity of spirit, really, that supports this community. And so this is an opportunity to share of that love in form, to say yes to this, to say, yeah, I want some more of this. Yeah, I want to be a part of this. And so, as you'll see here, there are many ways to share your generosity. There is a Venmo, a text to give. There's our website, QR code. You can actually put your phone up now and capture that QR code and donate that way. If you are signed up as a conscious sustainer, this is the green card that you will put in the bowls. And that's saying, yes, I'm committed to this community. So I invite you to take whatever represents your gift today and put it in your hands, maybe place it to your heart. And I invite you to say our abundance affirmation together. Take a breath. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am. And so it is.
Magic on earth, the power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
We're doing, you and I and all of us together, saying yes to love, yes to the moment, and we are creating this magical experience together. And so I invite you to feel that love moving through your heart and out through your hands as you point them in this direction, and bless these expressions of love. And know that they do go forth into this community to support it and out into the greater community to do an abundance of good. And as a giver, you open up to receive in a multitude of ways. Thank you, Spirit. And so it is. All right, and Mary is taking back the prayer request box and putting it in the foyer. If you would like to have your prayer prayed over during the service and also by our prayer team for the month, please go ahead and write a request and put it in the box, and we will do that. And let's see, we have a few people that look a little new today. If you came through the door, you probably had a packet of information put into your hand. But if you didn't receive that, if you would just raise your hand, and Pat's standing back there with our packet of information, put it in your hot little hands. We got one down here. And there's a card on the outside of it. If you would fill out the card on both sides and return it to one of the greeters, we have a little gift for you there. And those of you who found us online for the first time today, welcome. We're so glad that you found us. If you want to say, hey, I'm new, and our wonderful greeter, Mel, will share as much information as you'd like to receive about who we are and what we're doing here. All right, so see these beautiful flowers here? Oh my God, they're so gorgeous. These are a gift from Karen Rowe. And her dedication is flowers are for those to whom a flower brings sweet thoughts to mind. May you have more of those thoughts today, and also for those who need a flower to brighten their day. May you feel a gentle love growing in your heart right now. Thank you, Karen. And if you'd like to also share your gift of flowers with us and have a dedication read, then please see Irina in the back, and she will get you signed up for that. All right, one more song, Bright Matter.
This is me. So I wanted to share a song with you that somebody shared with me about a year ago when I was going through some really hard times. Sometimes you just got to put one foot in front of the other when things are just so challenging and you don't feel like getting out of bed or whatever, but just put one foot in front of the other. So we're going to play this song for you. It goes 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Don't give up hope. You're not alone. Don't you give up. Keep moving on. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Lift up your eyes. Don't you despair. Look up ahead. The path is there. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. I know you're scared, and I'm scared too. But here I am, right next to you. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. You gotta put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. Put one foot in front of the other and lead with love. What you say now? Lead with love. One more time. Lead with love. Thank you, thank you. That's Roshana.
Give it up for Roshana.
And this is her first time coming up and playing and singing. So we are so thrilled. So thrilled. Woohoo! All right. We are going to watch a little video now. Is that what we're doing? Okay. So I
Hi,
invite you to
friends.
just look
I'm
at
Reverend Linda, former Vice President of Silent Unity, which of course is Unity's 24/7 global prayer ministry. I'm also an author and a teacher of Unity principles, which is why I am thrilled to have been invited to offer you an important training about the principles and practices of Unity prayer. Imagine rising to greater levels of clarity, along with increasing your ability to calm human thoughts that lead to worry. Even when our own circumstances are pretty calm, don't we know there's plenty to feel worried about as we look at all that's happening in the world around us? Well, Unity's form of affirmative prayer empowers us to live into the truth that is revealed in prayer, to do what Myrtle Fillmore co-founder of Unity, said that prayer is meant to do for us to internalize the Christ principles by which we can prove truth for ourselves. Well, here's what I know. Prayer's not about asking a deity for things, and not about attempting to solve a problem, fix something that's broken, or escape a hardship. Prayer's about consciousness, your consciousness and mine. It's about empowerment, your and my rightful ability to transform our thoughts, our words, and our actions so that we can be the divine humans that we are in truth. Not helpless, but helpful. Not powerless, but powerful. Imagine yourself a powerful prayer, knowing the truth of your divine humanity as you hold high consciousness for and with others. This training will help you to be the light of the world. Well, you know what to do. Sign up and show up. I can hardly wait to be with you.
Hey. All right, so guess what's coming up? Guess what's coming up? The 18th and 19th of October, is that right? Do I have the dates right? Friday and Saturday, Reverend Linda Martello Whitsitt will be here for the full weekend, and this is an affirmative prayer immersion weekend, both Friday and Saturday, and we are doing this in conjunction with Unity of Raleigh. So we are sharing expenses and bringing her in and sharing the revenue, and we are also sharing her because on Friday night, Reverend Linda will be in Raleigh, and on Saturday she'll be here. So we're going to get a group of people to, and we're just going to, caravan out there or carpool, and then they probably will on Saturday. This is a real wonderful opportunity to get. I've never met anybody who's so clear about how to do affirmative prayer. She makes it so incredibly clear and easy to understand and easy to do, and we get a chance to really practice it, to pray for ourselves and to pray for the world, to pray for others, right? And there's also another option. If you want to just kind of dip your toes in and get a sense of this, you can just do the Friday, which is the introduction, and there's also an option to do it on Zoom. But we're really inviting people to jump into the whole weekend of this. And then she'll be our guest speaker the following Sunday. So now is time to sign up for this. There's the QR code. Go on our website, follow the links and the emails that you've been receiving, and it's time to sign up for it. Yes?
Will you be missing something if you don't do Friday night but do Saturday?
If you want to do the whole weekend, you have to do Friday and Saturday. Yeah.
You can't just do Saturday.
Nope. It's a full thing. But there's the Zoom option, right? Okay. All right. Okay, wonderful. So the second thing I want to tell you about, and Barnsley, I'm going to invite you up to share this. This is one of our fundraisers, Pick a Party fundraiser, and Barnsley is sponsoring this. Oh, it's a show and tell.
It's show and tell. Woo-hoo. With Catherine, my Vanna. Yes, that's her. Yeah, isn't she beautiful? So, who here would like more joy in your life?
Sure.
Who here would like more love and creativity? And who here would like to contribute to actually raising over $700 for our church while we do all that?
Okay.
All right. So I can have up to 20 people at the party that's next Sunday from 1:30 to 3:30. It's the pizza, paint, and play party. And I decided on the way over, I'm going to add in special something for you all. You want to hear what it is?
Okay.
Want to hear? Oh. So I have practiced and taught Reiki for 32 years. And I'm going to do a little healing, some group healing intermittently while we paint and play and eat pizza. Because what I find is that Reiki opens us up to flow. Reiki opens us up to energy, just a steady stream of joyful energy. And this will be a healing experience while we also have a wonderful time. I wanted to show you some quick stuff. It's not just birdhouses, y'all. All right, here's one. This one's not embellished yet, but we're gonna do mosaics on the roofs. Is that cool or what? I have all sorts of tiles, tons of paint. Wear your paint clothes,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Important. Just wear something you don't care about. And I'm also going to be bringing, it's not just birdhouses, I'm also going to be bringing some interesting glass things that we can paint, such as this olive oil decanter and candle holder, and just some examples. I love to just play. Y'all, can you tell that I grew up with an art teacher? Right? So these are things, these are some fun little goblets. You can actually bring your own little goblet if you like. BYOG, bring your own goblet. And if you want to bring a beverage, that's okay. It's like wine and design at the church. Some of these things I've pre-painted with the help of my daughter. I've already put on the base coat for you. And so if you're like, I don't know how to paint, that's okay. The beauty about painting is it's not like life. When you mess up, you just redo it. I'm serious. That's what all the great artists did. That's why we have palimpsests. You know, and you go back and you find, oh, there's a Van Gogh under this really bad painting. Oh, under that is something from, you know, the Renaissance. So it's going to be so much fun, you all. And by the way, children are welcome, not only the children within ourselves, but also the ones we've birthed. And I'd love to have 20 of us here for pizza, paint, and play. All right, and you sign up at the back, right?
Time to sign up for this, too. Sign up today.
Please sign up today because I need to get some more supplies.
Yeah. Thank you, Barnsley. Thank you, Vanna.
Vanna, Catherine.
Wonderful. Okay, lots happening here. We also have part of our Earth Care project is to do Adopt a Highway. And this is where we go out and clean up the trash. We have a tract of land that we have adopted, a tract of a highway that we've adopted here on Sewell School Road. And it's fun. We all get together, we put on these, you know, these little vests and go out and just pick up the stuff so that it doesn't harm the animals, so that it beautifies the land and that it doesn't hurt the animals. So please join us Saturday, October 12th from 9:30 to 12:30. Okay, we've got your back team. This is our wonderful team that is here to support anybody going through some kind of a transition, coming back from the hospital, needing rides or medication or food or whatever. And Stephanie Pollard is the leader for this month of October. Is Stephanie here? Yeah, okay. Probably in the kitchen. Oh, okay, okay. Well, that's who.
Somebody's covering for her. Somebody's covering.
Yeah, but for the month of October, which is, yeah, okay, she'll be here. Okay, 3-Minute Miracle is our opportunity, your opportunity, to be with a trained prayer partner. If you've got anything going on in your heart and your mind or anything bubbling up that you would love to have somebody help you see from the highest possible perspective, this is what the miracle is a change in perspective, a change in consciousness, so you can see that situation differently. That person is Lorraine Lewis, our wonderful Lorraine Lewis, and she will be in the back, the last door on the left. 3-Minute Miracle. And if you're online, you can see there's a link coming up that you can email and get prayer, a prayer call. Okay, today's deeper dive discussion is led by Dolores Branch. Thank you, Dolores. So that will be at 12:30-ish, kind of. So if you want to go get a cup of coffee, we have refreshments after, something to eat, and come back to the deeper dive. This is an opportunity to really explore what was talked about today in the service, and you know how you're thinking about it, how you're feeling about it. And that's the last door on the right. Okay, and so after the service, especially for those of you who are new, we want to invite you to come on out to the back there because it's a gorgeous day. We'll have some refreshments and have an opportunity to get to know you a little better, for you to get to know us.
Can I make a real quick announcement?
Can you come up to the,
Yes.
okay, real quick though.
Okay, today is Carveral Music Festival.
Yeah.
And for those of you who like to sing, there's a community sing-along at 3 o'clock in front of Town Hall.
Okay, all right. All right, do we have children today? Shannon, come on up.
All right, good morning, everyone. We had 3 children today. The door was open and they came and they went and they came. And it was beautiful. Good flow of things. So we just played. Next month, we're going to be starting with the power of zeal and kind of recognizing the energy that we have to move forward and go forward with our faith and our imagination and our power of order. Sending a big thoughts of prayer to kids who a couple are sick that I know of, so just sending them out, good healing. Our tree is growing. If you go and look at our stairwell, the leaves are coming out, and we could use some more, so stop by and I'll try and get some coloring happening. And then on the back, you write down something that you hope that you'll grow into by spring. So there's that. Yep. So, it's starting to grow. The other thing I wanted to mention is next weekend, all are invited to, we're going to have kind of a YFM cleanup of the room while simultaneously having a conversation in response to an article. But the conversation's around how our spiritual development for children, how we developed spiritually as children, and how that then informs and reflects upon how we raise our children spiritually. So if you want to get that article and come by, 9:45 a.m. upstairs. If you want the article, shannon.p@unitycenter.org. Email me, I'll forward you the article. It's really good. And we can come and reflect, and there will be snacks, because children and adults respond better when you provide snacks. So, come along.
All right, and that email address is probably unitychapelhill.org.
Thank you. Yes.
There you go.
I always
Okay.
do. I don't know.
Okay, let's bless these children and the children everywhere together. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are, and we behold the Christ in you. Mwah. All right, if everyone would stand, let's say our prayer of protection with I am statements, and then our peace song. Let's take a nice deep breath together. Together. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let me
If this video has inspired you, opened your heart, expanded your consciousness, filled you with hope, empowered you in some way, we encourage you to support what we offer here at Unity Center of Peace by making your donation now. And thank you.